Open your app. Hit play. In less than a second, you have access to almost every song ever recorded in human history. To you, it's a miracle of convenience. To Daniel Ek and the leadership at Spotify, it's a financial nightmare that never ends. As we stand here in 2026, Spotify is the undisputed king of audio. They have over 600 million users and a brand that defines modern culture. But there is a dirty secret hidden behind the green logo. Spotify is running on a treadmill that is moving faster than they can run. The more they grow, the more they owe. This is the story of the most successful, failing business in the world. This is the Spotify paradox. You see, Spotify's problem is fundamental. They don't own the product they sell. Today, I'm going to reveal the brutal reality of the streaming trap, how the rise of AI-generated music in 2026 is threatening to bankrupt the royalty system, and why Spotify is desperately trying to turn itself into anything other than a music company just to survive. This isn't just about playlists. It's a masterclass in why being the market leader doesn't always mean you're winning the game. To understand the crisis of 2026, we have to look at the margin war. For every dollar you pay for your subscription, about 70 cents goes straight to the record labels. Sony, Universal, and Warner. They hold the keys to the kingdom. Spotify has spent 15 years trying to negotiate better deals, but the labels have all the leverage. If Universal pulls its catalog tomorrow, Spotify becomes a useless app. This content ransom has kept Spotify's profit margins razor-thin for over a decade. While companies like Netflix started making their own content to escape the middleman, Spotify can't just invent a new Taylor Swift. They are stuck in a marriage where they pay all the bills but don't own the house. But in 2026, a new player entered the room, the AI creator. We are now seeing a tidal wave of AI-generated tracks flooding the platform. Millions of songs that sound like your favorite artists, but aren't. This has created a royalty apocalypse. The major labels are demanding that Spotify block AI music to protect their profits, while independent creators are using AI to game the system and siphon off millions in payouts. Spotify is caught in the crossfire. If they block AI, they lose the future of innovation. If they allow it, the labels will declare war. It's a lose-lose scenario that is draining the company's resources and focus. Let's talk about the pivot to everything. Because music is a bad business, Spotify tried to buy its way into podcasts and audiobooks. They spent over $1 billion on exclusive deals with celebrities and studios. But in 2026, the data shows a grim reality. The podcast bubble has burst. Most exclusive shows didn't bring in enough new subscribers to justify the astronomical costs. Spotify realized too late that people don't want to switch platforms just for one show. They want everything in one place, but they aren't willing to pay a premium for it. This leaves Spotify with a massive bill and a fragmented audience that is starting to look toward cheaper, AI-curated alternatives. Inside the headquarters in Stockholm, the move fast energy has been replaced by calculate carefully. They are laying off thousands of employees and cutting back on original productions. In 2026, Spotify is no longer a growth darling on Wall Street. It's a value stock that isn't providing much value. The dream of becoming the global audio browser is being threatened by giants like YouTube Music and Apple Music, companies that don't actually need to make a profit from music because they have iPhones and search ads to pay the bills. Spotify is a specialist fighting against generalists who have infinite cash. It's an unfair fight, and the bruises are starting to show. And then there is the human element. In 2026, users are experiencing subscription fatigue. With the cost of living rising, people are looking at their monthly bills and asking, do I really need 3 different streaming services? Because Spotify doesn't have the hardware integration of Apple or the video ecosystem of YouTube, they are often the first to be cut. Their churn rate is climbing for the first time in history. To fight this, Spotify is adding more ads, more tiers, and more superfan features. But these are short-term fixes for a long-term problem. You can't squeeze blood from a stone, and you can't squeeze more profit from a user who is already paying for 5 other things. So, what is the endgame for Daniel Ek? In the business world of late 2026, rumors of an acquisition are louder than ever. Some say a tech giant like Microsoft or even an automotive company might buy Spotify to integrate it as a default utility. Others believe Spotify will be forced to become a two-sided marketplace where they charge artists to be heard, effectively turning into a pay-to-play radio station. This would be the ultimate betrayal of their original mission, but it might be the only way to satisfy the shareholders. They are a company that won the war for the users, but lost the war for the money. Look at the technology. Spotify's Discovery Weekly was the gold standard of recommendation engines. But in 2026, specialized AI agents can now create personalized, real-time radio stations that are better than any static playlist. The very technology that made Spotify famous is now being commoditized and improved upon by startups with zero overhead. Spotify is becoming a legacy platform in the blink of an eye. They are the Yahoo of music, too big to ignore, but no longer where the excitement is happening. The lesson for every entrepreneur is that being the best at what you do isn't enough if your business model is broken. Spotify built the perfect product on a foundation of sand. They are at the mercy of their suppliers and their competitors, with no easy way out. In 2026, the music industry is more profitable than ever, but the companies delivering the music are more vulnerable than ever. It's a strange, cruel irony. Will Spotify survive the decade? Probably. But it won't be the company we know today. It will be a smaller, more aggressive, and likely more expensive version of itself. Or it will be a subsidiary of a larger empire. The era of the independent streaming giant is coming to a close. What do you think? Is Spotify still worth your $10 a month? Or is the magic starting to fade? Let me know in the comments below. We're watching the giants so you can see the moves before they happen. Hit that subscribe button and join us for the next chapter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.